Hare Krishna. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON, a great personality, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, walked on this planet in the 20th century. Such a great person has given very important messages at the time of leaving his body. If those messages are implemented properly, this Bhuloka can be converted into Goloka.
Nastapayasya avadve nityam bhagavatasya. Then Jatagun, Tamagun cannot do us harm. Therefore, Varnasrama dharma is so essential that people remain in Surabhi. Tamagun, Rajagun, Rajastama bhava increases lust and greediness, and that implicates the living entity to exist in this material world in many, many forms. That is very dangerous. Therefore, they should be brought into Sataguna, that is establishment of Varnasrama dharma.
In India, there are so many examples. Elders or parents, at the time of leaving their body, if they express some desire, to fulfill that desire, their sons or daughters, they dedicate their life. Srila Prabhupada, at the time of leaving his body, he had thousands of disciples all over the world. Amongst them, who is that great personality who has dedicated his life to fulfill the last desire of Srila Prabhupada, re-establishment of Daiva Varnasrama Dharma? That great heroic personality is none other than His Holiness Bhakti Raghava Swami or Raghava Pandit. So in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asked a very important question. What are the symptoms of a self-realized person or a pure devotee of Krishna? For that, Krishna is very clearly explained. Dukkeshu anudvigna manaha, sukeshu vigataspruha, vitaraga bhayakrodaha, stitadir muniruchyate. In the second chapter, 56th verse. That means a person who is self-released is not at all worried when greatest of miseries fall upon him. And in the greatest of happiness also, he will not forget himself. He maintains equality. And he is devoid of fear. He is not attached to any material things. He is completely fearless. Vitaraga bhayakroda. We can see all these signs and symptoms in this great personality. His name is Bhakti Raghava Swami. He is completely fearless. We have seen from so many years. In Hebri, that is a forest. I have seen many times Maharaj walking in the forest fearlessly. There may be snakes, scorpions, but he is completely fearless.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, my dear God brother, who spent many years in life in the early days. He is my ideal as a pure, upright, noble, Puritan, always thinking of welfare of how to spread Krishna consciousness. Jangi was also there, he was upstairs. So he had it done. And his soul was acting, and Raghava Maharaj was running over with and he shouted out actually, go back. So Raghava Maharaj was so bold and so fearless, he just came. And then one of the Dakites dropped the bomb and it hit him directly on the leg and blew his leg off. But still he was very peaceful. There was no, I think anyone else had Krishna be screaming and shouting and he wasn't saying anything, he just really just chanting Hare Krishna. And anyway, they took him to the hospital. In the hospital, he was simply preaching, chanting Hare Krishna. Anyway, so brave. But he rescued. He sacrificed his life for Krishna.
Maharaj, when he was serving in Mayapur, some dacoits attacked the temple, thinking that deities may be golden. At that time, Jananivas Prabhu was there. He is the witness of this incident. When the dacoits attacked, His Holiness Bhakti Raghava Swami Maharaj fought with them fearlessly. Jananivas Prabhu is saying that Maharaj was completely out of bodily platform. He is completely transcendental. And when he was fighting only on behalf of Radha Madhav deities, Maharaj fought with them. Without considering any material things or without bodily platform, he completely dedicated his life and fearlessly fought with those dacoits, and he lost one of his leg also.
Yeah, Bhakti, His Holiness Bhakti Raghava Swami Maharaj and myself. We are good old friends. birds of the same feather, they flock together. Yeah, I was born in a village. But Bhakti Raghava Maharaj, although born in Canada, he came, when he came to India, he was going to the villages. He ended up in the villages, developing, cultivating Namhart programs all over Bengal, sometimes walking or going with the bicycle. And so this simple living, high thinking, and practicing the Vedic culture, promotion and practice of Varnasrama. And practically his whole life he has dedicated to these activities. And Srila Prabhupada did encourage us to take up Varnasrama. 50% work yet to be done. Bhakti Raghava Swami Maharaj is always behind this Varnashram development and Vrindavan villages, and yes, especially the cow protection. In India, Maharaj has been appointed as the
His Holiness Bhakti Raghava Swami Maharaj has made a very nice statement. He says, cities are man-made, villages are God-made. Nowadays you can see cities are completely polluted. Basically all human beings needs food, water and air. Everything is polluted in city life. Food is polluted because of excessive use of chemical fertilizers. Water is also contaminated and polluted because they are dumping the waste of all industries in the rivers. In this way, water is also contaminated. Air is polluted because of motor cars, vehicles. And mind is also polluted because they are using mobile phones and they are watching television. In this way, city life is completely polluted. The alternative system is Vedic village life. That's why Maharaja has written a book, Make Vrindavan Villages. We should make villages like Vrindavan, with the devotees, with cows, with agriculture. In villages, if we produce our own food by doing agriculture, our food is very pure, organic food we will get. And water, if we have our own well, water is so pure. We can see in Hebrew we have well, that water is so sweet. In the same way it is pure also. We can get pure water. And air is also pure in villages because there are very less vehicles. And along with that, if we adopt spiritual life, our mind is also purified. In this way, everything is pure in village life. So Prabhupada also said, that's why we have to make our own devotee farm communities, self-sufficient farm communities. Prabhupada said simple living and high thinking. So in this way, we can have health, peace of mind and happiness by living in villages. Hare Krishna.
His Holiness Bhakti Raghava Swami, one of our leading devotees in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, a very respected sannyasi and a long-time spiritual leader, has dedicated his life for propagating the principle of simple living and high thinking, especially as it pertains to the development of agricultural communities based on the land and the cow and Lord Krishna. And in particular, he has started a campaign called the Surabhi campaign, in which he is striving to raise awareness about the importance of mother cow in the human society in general, and particularly amongst the devotees within the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. It is undoubtedly an admirable initiative, and I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to His Holiness for having embarked on this venture. And I'm sure that given his devotion and his sincerity, this project will ultimately be successful in making many, many people, thousands and thousands of people all over the world aware of the importance of mother cow, and thus induce them all to take further endeavors to protect the cows and the bulls, which will be a very, very important step in the development of human society in the right direction. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I think you already answered to the question, but still, what is the main importance of cow? Why Krishna gives much attention to cows? And Srila Prabhupada says that we can chant 16 rounds and follow 4 regulative principles and go back to home. So you told that without cows, no spiritual life. So how is, if you explain it, and if cities are for preachers,
Yes.
and villages are for cow protection, but people in cities, villages will protect cows and eat nice milk products, which is very beneficial for spiritual life. But what about those devotees who are in the cities who are preaching? So they cannot progress spiritually.
Okay. Okay, let's try to sort that out. If one is somehow or other not able to associate with cows, if one chants 16 rounds and follows the rules and regulations wherever he may be, he can go back home, back to Godhead. However, in a larger picture and looking long term also, there's a particular lifestyle. Vedic culture is teaching us a particular lifestyle where cows are most important. I briefly mentioned how cows, I'll give you an example because that's part of the question. Why are cows so important? Do you know that nobody would be sitting here today worshipping Sri Sri Radha Gopinath if it was not due to cows? Do you know that to install deities, the brahmanas need to bathe the deities with panchagavya, with milk, yogurt, ghee, cow urine, and cow dung, panchagavya. No bathing of deities with cow products, no installation of the deities, no worship of Radha Gopinath. Nobody here. This is one of many examples. No Brahminical culture. No cows, no Brahminical culture. You would not be chanting the holy name. Nobody here would be initiated because Brahmanas cannot throw grains in the fire jagya with ghee. No cows, no ghee. No jagya. No diksha, sorry.
His Holiness Bhakti Raghava Swami Maharaj has given a very special mantra. Chant, chant, chant and plant, plant, plant. This mantra looks very simple, but it has a great deep meaning in it. Our Vedic Sanatana Dharma exists on two levels. One is Bhagavata Dharma, another is Varnasrama Dharma. This Bhagavata Dharma is related to soul. So in this mantra, chant, chant, chant is related to soul. By chanting Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, we develop love for God, or we awaken love for God or Krishna. That's why Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Man mana bho madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. That means you always think of me. In other words, you love me. In another place, Krishna said, Jivanam sarvabhuteshu. In the 7th chapter, 9th verse, Krishna said, Jivanam sarvabhuteshu. I am giving life to everyone. The essence of Bhagavad Gita is, living means loving Krishna. Everybody wants to love, but they don't know whom to love. If we love God or Krishna, that love is eternal. Because Krishna is also eternal, our soul is also eternal. In this mantra, other part of mantra is plant, plant, plant. That is related to our body, our Varnasrama Dharma. By doing Vedic, organic agriculture, we can produce our own pure food without chemicals. And we have to keep cows. Because cow's milk is considered best food for a human being. The cow gives milk out of love for its calf. If we drink that milk, we also develop the quality of love. We can love everyone. But nowadays in cities you see small babies are fed with bottle milk. That's why when they are grown up, they develop love for bottles and they become drunkards. So in this way, plant means we have to follow our Vedic Varnasrama Dharma. It will make our body healthy. And if anybody wants to be healthy and happy, they have to follow this mantra. Chant, chant, chant and plant, plant, plant. Hare Krishna.